Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode number 70 of the Project 2020 show, and the wind down continues of the daily episodes. But today on tap, we have Blake Jamieson with his yellow Ted Williams and Joshua Videz with his Don Mattingly. Two great cards on this week. A lot to get to, and I'm going to talk about what I have added to the website to help you understand the data, since I will not be doing it in an audio format going forward. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the home of Project 2020 here on YouTube. My name is Chris, otherwise known as @CRT_Sportscards on Twitter and Instagram. And the best website you want to visit is CRTSportscards.com for all of your Project 2020 news, stats, pre-orders, all that good stuff. I did want to say thank you to everyone who left a comment yesterday, gave me some really good ideas, and is really thinking about how to present the content going forward. I really think at the moment we are locked, or I'm going to be locked in on a Saturday show, kind of recapping the week. Yes, there are not going to be any cards to talk about, but at the same time we can talk about what happened in the week so far, and then we can talk about what's happening, because there's still going to be a couple of print runs left to be announced, and then we can talk about the Friday pre-orders, or the Friday card pre-orders on Saturday morning. So I think there's still some real good content there on Saturday. What I'm trying to figure out at the moment is, do I do a live show like on Wednesday or Thursday, or how do I record during the week? I got to figure all that out and still brainstorming. But thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the well wishes. I greatly appreciate it. And so hopefully the schedule that I land on will meet everybody's needs, and we can continue this community and continue this channel as well as we have been before. But let's get to work, and let's get to my second favorite card of the day, and it will be this Don Mattingly by Joshua Videz. But I do have one request of Joshua Videz as we go through the back half of his collection. Just like JK5 has found the color, I want Joshua Videz to remove the color. I would love to see his remaining 10 cards be his black and white, what you see when you Google Joshua Videz. I think a collection of 10 cards or 5 cards of just black and white with his strong line work and the dots and all that good stuff would just be fantastic. So if you're watching, I would love to see a couple cards like that going forward. Get rid of the color, give it to JK5, and let's just go black and white going forward. But let's take a look at Joshua Videz to this point in his collection, and let's then take a look at Don Mattingly. So this will be Videz's 10th card in this set, another artist at that 50% mark. We saw him most recently with Willie Mays, and then before that, Ken Griffey Jr. When you're looking at print runs, he has one of the 2 cards at the absolute peak. His Nolan Ryan, 64,629, and then his second highest printed card is a third of that, the Jackie Robinson, 20,219. It was just an incredible time in that time period to think that we were buying cards in the 30, 40,000 range, thinking they're going to be worth a lot of money in the future. It's kind of quite comical now. But then his lowest print run is Dwight Gooden, 1,101. Now taking a look at Don Mattingly, this is also his 10th card. You're going to hear that a lot this week. 10th card, 10th card, 10th card. We saw him most recently with the Ben Baller, and then before that, the colorless Fucci. When you're looking at print runs, his Mr. Cartoon was tops, 27,299. Second was Ben Baller, 10,210, and his lowest card is his first card, 1,686. So when it comes to my favorites of Joshua Videz and Don Mattingly, on Videz it is the Jackie Robinson. I just received it in the mail the other day, and I thought it was a fantastic add to the collection of Jackie. And then on Don Mattingly, I do like this Joshua Videz, but I don't think it tops the Old Man Allen. And I know on this player, there are a lot of favorites out there. So I'm curious, what are your favorite Don Mattingly and what are your favorite Joshua Videz cards to this point in Project 2020? Now, one thing we can't forget to add into the show is the collector highlight, because without collectors, there is no Project 2020. And here is a fantastic signed Blake Jamieson collection from Octavio, and there's Nolan Ryan, Don Mattingly, Jackie Robinson, Ricky Henderson, and Mark McGuire. Just a fantastic collection, black, red, green, and yellow autographs. And if you would like to have your collection highlighted on this show, reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or email me, chris@crtsportscards.com. And if you want to stay up to date with this channel and what we're doing as we transition from a daily to a weekly show, and you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so that way you're notified every single day that I do post up a video going forward. But one of the things that I have changed, obviously, this week is how I deliver the pre-order information and when it comes to the sales charts. The sales charts are very straightforward, but the difference here on the pre-orders is I'm not talking about them on the show, and they are on the website. And so what I wanted to do is just talk you through how I'm going to present it going forward, because I added some notes, and I just want you guys to understand the notes so you guys know what to look for going forward after this week. So here's what you're going to see on the website going forward, and I'm going to leave up all of the previous pre-order data so you can look at it and you can see where other cards came in, over the past 6 weeks or a month, or, I might leave them up until we get the card 400, who knows, but if there's at least data there for you to reference. But for example, on the 4 cards from this week, Ricky Henderson, Nolan Ryan, they're coming out today. My 48-hour predictions, 95 and 90. And on Ricky Henderson, he came in at 102. There are no notes on Ricky Henderson. Very straightforward. I like that range at 5.5 to 6.5. The first note here is on 186 Ryan. When I looked up the numbers, he only had 58, which surprised me because I had 54 on his 24-hour total. And I looked back and realized I transposed the numbers. He actually had 45 pre-orders. And then, so he added 13 yesterday. I still like that range at 3.4 to 4.2. So if I ever make a mistake and catch it, I'll put a note up there and then explain what happened. And then when you look at yesterday's cards for today, Mike Trout, Willie Mays. Mike Trout, 144 pre-orders. He had 143 on his Natural. So although Grotesque is +1, I do like this card right at the same range, if not a little bit below Mike Trout here. 10.75 to 11.75. I don't think this Grotesque sells higher than Natural just because of Grotesque's history to date with this program. And then on Willie Mays, very simple. 27 pre-orders. It's in line with last week, so reference the data from last week. You can see that, and that's why I like that range right now, 3.2 to 3.8. So I hope that gives you just a quick explanation of what to look for on the information going forward when it comes to pre-orders, because I think that's the data that most people look for the most when it comes to, are they buying 1x, 5x, 10x going forward on these cards. So take a look at that, and if you ever have a question, please do not hesitate to reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And by the way, on Facebook, I realized, and thank you, Greg, that I had made a Facebook page up and not a group. I did make up a Facebook group up yesterday, and I put the link in the page. So if you want to join that group, I will then post there. I'll post on Twitter. I'll do all my normal stuff. I just won't have it, obviously, in a video format. So I will do my best. Whenever I do an update, I will post on social media in some capacity, and the Facebook group right now is a great way for all of us to communicate as one. So check it out if you have Facebook. If not, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. So that only leaves one card for the day, and my favorite card is the Ted Williams by Blake Jamieson. And if I could play the Corey Hart song, I Wear My Sunglasses at Night, during this segment I would, but the video would get taken down for copyright for obvious reasons. So go watch the video. It came out in 1984, so it's a great song. I like it a lot. And this color, this card is so bright. It's so fantastic. Of course, here again, we have the images transposed. That's something Blake did with his Don Mattingly, and it's great to see him do it here again. I have been somewhat critical of a couple of his past releases, especially the Ichiro, but I do really like this Ted Williams, and I can't wait to add it to my collection. But let's take a look at Blake's collection here recently, and then also Ted Williams. So no surprise here, this is Blake's 10th card. We are now on the backwards half of his set. We saw him most recently with that Ichiro, and then before that, the Willie Mays. When you look at print runs, his highest printed card we talked about yesterday is the Mike Trout 74,862, and then his second highest card is the Mark McGwire American Flag 18,205. And when you look at lowest printed cards, it is the Don Mattingly 2,409. And then on Teddy Ballgame, again, 10th card. We saw him a couple weeks ago with the Grotesque, and then before that, the Andrew Thiel. When you're looking at print runs, he has one way out in front, the Old Man Allen 41,407, and then his second highest one is Tyson Beck 9507, and his lowest printed card is 1131. And I really have to give it to Blake here. I really like this card the most out of all of his first 10 cards. I did for a long time like his Ricky the best, but I do like how yellow this card and how bright it is, and I think it's a great Ted Williams. So that's my number one card for Blake. And then on Ted Williams, it still is right now the Tyson Beck. I like that card the most, but there are a lot of great cards. When I got the JK5 in, I really like that card also. So Ted's got a lot of great cards, but in the moment, Tyson Beck is my number one Ted Williams. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more news and notes from me around week number 20 in Project 2020, check out that playlist on the screen right now.